Welcome to Lingua Wire English A2. Today we have two stories, one about Iranian sailors leaving Sri Lanka and another about Donald Trump and the US Federal Reserve. Please follow us to practice your English every day with the latest episode. For transcripts and comprehension quizzes, visit linguawire.com. Today with me is Sarah, Lingua Wire's world correspondent. Sarah, what happened with the Iranian sailors in Sri Lanka?
Hello, Daniel. More than 200 Iranian sailors were stuck in Sri Lanka after a U.S. torpedo hit one of their ships. Now, they have left Sri Lanka and are going home.
What is new about this situation today?
The new news is that on Tuesday night, Sri Lanka flew 238 sailors back to Iran. This group includes 32 sailors from the ship that was attacked, called Iris Dana, and 206 from another ship, Iranian's Bushehr.
Why were these sailors in Sri Lanka in the first place?
The Iris Dana was attacked near Sri Lanka's coast on March 4th. It was returning from a military exercise in India. The other ship, Iranian's Bushehr, came to Sri Lanka because it had engine problems and needed help.
Why does this news matter to people around the world?
This attack happened during a war between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. It made the war bigger and more serious. Also, many people died in the attack. 104 sailors died on the Iris Dana.
What happened to the sailors while they were in Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka gave them 30-day visas and kept them in Navy and Air Force camps. The government helped them stay safe while they waited to go home.
Is there anything surprising or interesting about this story?
Yes. The U.S. released a video showing the attack. It shows the ship being hit and then exploding. Also, Sri Lanka took control of the Iranian's Bushehr ship after it arrived.
What could happen next in this situation?
The sailors are now home, but the war between these countries may continue. This event could make the conflict worse or change how countries act in the area.
Thank you, Sarah, for explaining this important story. Now I am with Adam, Lingua Wire's politics correspondent. Adam, what is happening with Donald Trump and Jerome Powell?
Hello, Daniel. Donald Trump, the former U.S. president, said he will fire Jerome Powell if Powell does not leave his job as Federal Reserve Chair in May.
What is new about this situation today?
Powell's term ends on May 15th, but he plans to stay until the Senate approves a new chair, Kevin Warsh. Trump says if Powell stays after May, he will fire him.
Why is Trump upset with Powell?
Trump wants Powell to lower interest rates to help the economy. But Powell does not want to do this now. This disagreement has caused a big fight between them.
Why does it matter? Who is the Federal Reserve Chair?
The Federal Reserve controls interest rates, which affect loans, prices, and jobs. The chair's decisions can change the economy for all Americans.
What is happening with Kevin Warsh's appointment?
A senator named Tom Tillis said he will block Warsh's appointment. Tillis wants a criminal investigation about Powell to stop first. Powell is linked to this investigation about building repairs.
What did Trump say about this problem?
Trump said he hopes Tillis will stop blocking Warsh. But Trump also said he does not want to stop the investigation into Powell.
What could happen next in this story?
If Warsh is not approved by May, Powell will stay as chair for a short time. This is allowed by law, but the fight between Trump, Tillis, and Powell may continue.
Thank you, Adam, for helping us understand this political news. Let's look at some words from our first story about the Iranian sailors. The theme is ships and sailors. First word, torpedo. A torpedo is a weapon that moves underwater to hit a ship. In the story, a U.S. torpedo hit the Iranian ship Iris Dina. Example: the Navy used a torpedo to stop the enemy ship. Second word, crew. The crew means all the people who work on a ship. In the story, 238 sailors from the crews of 2 ships left Sri Lanka. Example: the ship's crew helped fix the engine. Third word, dock. To dock means to bring a ship into a port or place to stop. The Iran's Bushehr docked in Sri Lanka because it had engine problems. Example: the boat will dock at the harbor at noon. Now, for our second part, let's learn about an important verb from today's episode: to fire. To fire means to stop someone from working at their job. It is a regular verb: fire, fired, fired. Example 1. The company fired the worker yesterday. Example 2. The boss will fire him if he is late again. This verb is important because it appears in the story about Trump and Powell. It helps us talk about jobs and decisions. Follow Lingua Wire for the latest daily episode and build your daily language habit with us.